Hey, look at that. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes then. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from Dunlap's grandmother's basement in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
I just want to let me do my sponsor here. Now, it's a new product. I have them down here on my shelves, and I've heard there's 2 Piggly Wigglies in the Murfreesboro area that also has it. Not all of them. One food line, it says here, I got it all written down. One food line and 2 Piggly Wigglies has got this, in the Murfreesboro area, has this new product on it. Fellas pulled up here and had it in his car. He didn't even know we did these podcasts. He just wanted to do it, put it in the store, see if people buy it. And I told him, I said, no, if you got $25, I'll talk about your product on here, And he said, wait a minute, let me get it. I guess he left the wallet in the car. He ran out to the car. That's what I thought anyway. And he come back in the store and gave me. He had this whole idea. Is for just a commercial, I guess. He's got it written out.
A radio commercial? He give you a copy for the radio commercial?
Well, he didn't ever get it. It wasn't ever on the radio. It's the first time, and I told him, I said, it's not the radio, it's computer.
But he didn't understand, right?
Well, no, he knew. He said, that's fine. The computer's fine. He said, that's what youngins like these days. They get on the computer, and that, Lord knows that's the truth. But he gave me... He said, just read this and do the characters. He went over it with me a couple times, and I'll try to do it justice. But, he wrote this down on the back of a flyer I had in the car here. And run back in and gave it to me. And I have tried this product. I don't want to jump ahead, and it's not bad. It's pretty good. I wouldn't do it otherwise. I'll say that right now. If you got a bad product and $25, you keep that $25. I'll tell everybody that right now, too. But he had $25 and something I think's pretty good. Let me just get to it right here. Let me see. Okay, starts off a family is sitting down to dinner. To set their mood. I did it backwards. The family sitting down to dinner. They're all sitting around the table. Set the mood. Okay, here, Daddy says, here's the daddy of the family. Wait a minute, it's a daddy and a mama and a little boy. That's just 3, just a one-child family, only child. He gonna grow up spoiled rotten, you know that. But anyway, it goes, the daddy talks first. He's at the table and he says, pork chops again? This makes supper dull. He said, did you hear it? The pork chops again? This makes supper dull, is what it says. And then the little boy says, and the same old dry taters? This meal's in a lull. It rhymes. And then the mama says, they hate my cooking. Won't someone save me? And then the door falls down and the horse comes in with the wagon and got all this product all over it. He just comes in and the horse talks like Mr. Ed, I guess. And he says, Mama says, they hate my cooking. Won't someone save me? And then the horse comes in with the wagon and he says, what you need, little miss, is a jar of horse gravy. Horse gravy is a delicious gravy that goes with any meal. Stuff you put gravy on anyway. It's just the name of it. It's horse gravy.
No, wait a second. I have some questions about horse gravy.
Oh, hell, here we go. These questions over it's gravy.
It's gravy.
It goes in a meal that served with gravy. It says here it's gravy plus, whatever that means, plus more flavor or something.
So this is gravy and there's horse in it?
No, there ain't horse in it. It's a name of gravy. It's like, monkey bread.
Right, that bread that's got monkey in it.
It don't have monkey in it. It's just a name. It's
Really?
got the jar's got a picture of a horse on it, and he's saying got a bubble coming out and says horse gravy. Good.
And is that a picture of the horse that's in the gravy?
What do you mean in the gravy? The horse ain't in it's gravy.
To feed to horses.
No,
I get it.
no,
I'm
not the
sorry.
horse. No, it's for. I didn't say it was a horse family. Do I need to read it again? It's
I thought.
No, it what you did. I never said horse till it come to horse gravy.
That is weird, because that whole time, you're right, you never said horse, but that
Well,
whole
a horse
time-
family don't sit around a table. A horse
I
family
was-
sit in a barn out in the field.
That's so weird. I totally was imagining them all as horses. So that was when you said the horse come in the door. I thought that
That
was weird.
is funny, like the
Like
dog that comes in with the dog food on the wagon. But it's not. He made sure I was supposed to say this. It's not little like that. Regular size horse, and I didn't read all that underneath. Regular size horse knocks down the door. Comes in. Some of his writing I can't make out, but it ain't little like a chuck wagon. It says here, not
All
little
right.
like chuck wagon. It's regular size.
Because chuck wagon, you pour water in it, and that is that what this is like dog food gravy?
No, it ain't dog food gravy. It's for people. It's in a jar. It's already gravy in a jar. It's just called horse. It's just the name. It's like Jolly Green Giant. Ain't giant in the green beans or corn or whatever the hell it is.
No,
It's just
that doesn't even make sense.
Well,
It'd be a giant can.
that's a talking horse. Don't make any sense either. It's the
No.
point I'm saying. It's just a name. It's just horse gravy. That's just the name of it.
Now, could you feed this gravy to a horse if you wanted to?
No, a horse, you could try to. A horse ain't going to eat it, more than likely. Horse like oats and hay and grass. It ain't always going to eat no gravy. Probably ain't good for the horse either.
Is this brown gravy? White thickening gravy?
Well, that's why this is special horse gravy. It's got both in it.
Brown gravy and white gravy.
It's all swirled in there.
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, you know how you get potatoes and you got, I'll eat any kind of gravy on potatoes or whatever else. If it meat's dry with it, some people like brown gravy on the meat and on the potatoes, and I just have either kind. I like white gravy too. White gravy, you think of going on biscuits and, thing like that, but white gravy tastes just fine on potatoes and
I like it on
a
cornbread.
yeah.
And you can put brown gravy on. There's no kind of gravy. Cornbread's kind of made to put gravy on.
Yeah.
So this sounds like I could just get me a pan of cornbread, and this comes in a jar.
It's in a jar. It's got, like I said, got the label horse bubble coming out. Said horse gravy, good.
Get me a jar. That sounds pretty good.
Well, it's swirled in. Remember when they used to have peanut butter and jelly in the
Goober great.
in the same thing? Is that I can't remember all the name of it, but it's all swirled in there.
I
And instead
remember
of
that.
open up 2 jars, you open up 1.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like the consistency of that. I wanted to do it my own way. But I didn't feel this way about this gravy. I didn't have that feeling. It was like, that's good gravy. Because you just got to, and gravy's good, like you said. You put it on anything. But this man here was brilliant because you put gravy basically on gravy. You putting white gravy on brown gravy or the other way around.
That's genius.
And then take that and put it on whatever you put gravy on.
Good
It's
God.
the best thing I know.
Whoever come up with this, I'm not sure about the ad copy, but the gravy on gravy, that's good.
Well, what did I say? I said if you got a bad product and $25, just keep that $25. I take pride in the sponsors that I bring on here, and they help me out, and I hope I'm helping them out. I hope I read that okay.
I thought you did a great
Well,
job.
I let him know I just work in a store. I ain't no professional, reader or whatever you want to call it.
So that's horse gravy. No
It's-
horse in it.
No, it ain't
Don't
got.
feed
It's a
it to
name
your
of it.
horse.
It's like a cartoon. It's like a. What is a? There's animals that go with every food.
How do you mean?
They're all different kind of animals on the thing. That what is the Cocoa Puffs?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bird. Ain't no bird in that shell.
Trix Rabbit.
Rabbit ain't in that shell. That's what it's like that, but gravy.
Well, that makes it a lot clearer. Well, if you see this mysterious...
It's a mascot thing. It's a
But
he ain't
it's
mysterious.
in the name. But Trix isn't called Rabbit cereal. And Sonny the Cocoa Puffs, but that's not called Cocoa Puffs bird cereal. It's called Cocoa Puffs, and it's called Trix.
It's whatever you want to call it. It don't. Monkey bread's called monkey bread. There ain't no monkey in it.
That's
ain't no,
disappointing.
Well,
I'm going to be honest.
What do you mean? Like
I thought there was monkey in it for years.
Oh hell! It ain't no Jolly Green Giant's on there. It's his name, and he's on the can. It don't have nothing to do with eating no giant monster anything.
If you could eat a giant, though, first, I don't know, is that cannibalism? I don't know, because it's a humanoid, but giant. But let's say
he's made out of. He looked like a big salad. He got leaves all hanging all off of him. He looked like a vegetable.
Well, we should, if there was a Jolly Green Giant, I don't see how anyone could say that we wouldn't be doing a good thing. A troubling thing, yes, but a good thing if we killed him and sent him to feed hungry children.
No, he's like the husk or the stalk or something. You don't eat that part. He's just big, all the stuff. Isn't that how
Oh, so like
it grows off of him, falls in the can? I think
see,
the
the
little one
vegetable
runs
like-
around, catches it off of him.
off his fingertips and his appendages.
Because he looked like he looked like he made
so
out of
he
grass.
should go around with his giant stride. He could make it around to where all the hungry children are.
Well, that's true, yeah.
And just let some vegetables grow
true.
off of his
But,
toes
well,
and
it's
elbows.
Don't get anybody's hopes up. It ain't real.
It
It ain't real.
real.
Just
It's
like a
not gonna
talking
happen.
horse ain't real on this thing I read.
Now, if you run into this mysterious gravy peddler again,
He
ask
ain't
him,
mysterious. He'll be here next week. We'll see if it sells out. If it does, he'll stock me back up. And he said if this goes over well, which I don't know if it did or not. I hope it did. If it went over well, just write more horse gravy. And he said he'd give me another $25. And
where are they supposed to write that?
on the computer, wherever.
So
don't
write
know.
us and let us know if you want more horse gravy. This is a guy out there. Now, are we sure he's like being watched by health?
What you mean?
I mean,
Oh,
is he,
come on. There's women that bring in pies in here and everything else. It's the government got to get their hands in everything, try to ruin it. It used to be a day where you made, whatever, cheese sandwiches or whatever you want to make and sell it to people that are hungry. If you got a good idea for gravy, I'll be able to sell it. Maybe I shouldn't be doing it on here. Obama or one of his minions heard something like this. They'd shut old horse gravy out.
I will say it's horse gravy better idea than cheese sandwich.
Well, yeah.
Well, if I was the first person to think of cheese sandwich, then I'd be a genius.
I
but
just use that as an example. Actually, if you put horse gravy over cheese sandwich, and you
keep talking, man.
On point, as I say.
I would love to hear how he came up with the name horse gravy. Maybe you could ask him that.
I think it's supposed to be a funny character. We didn't get into it. He's in a hurry to go take a rest up, but he wrote this up, and he'll be here next week. And if we sell out of these, which I hope we do, I know you're going to buy one more likely, and you're going to have to buy one. You can't take one of those because I didn't pay. That's his.
And what if I go upstairs and I rip open a loaf of that bunny bread that's been sitting there?
Listen, I
open
got
one of them jars and I just stick my hand and that bread down in there and sop it up.
Listen
and
to
I
me.
say, hey, I just opened this.
Shut
by
your mouth
mistake.
and listen to me. I got one already halfway through. We'll go up there and the leftover biscuits from this morning, we'll put that on. Put that horse gravy on it, and once you get a bite
of that horse gravy.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We'll get some as soon as we get this. But anyway.
So you done eat half a jar of that horse gravy?
Well, I gave it out samples. We already sold a few. That's when people come in there. What's that there? Because you put it in a bowl. It's got because I don't know how it works that way. You think it just get light brown, but it don't. The brown gravy and the white gravy stay separate.
That's really.
It's like a swirly thing. You could sit there,
I
and
thought in the jar it was all swirl, but when you started mixing it and putting it on all your food,
it stays separate somehow. It's
just like a light brown.
Secret recipe. No, that's what you would think. It was just the white gravy added to the brown. The dark brown just gonna be light brown, but that ain't the case. It stays dark brown, it stays white, and mixes together in there. Because you put some of that, I put some in a bowl and set it there, and I said, "What in the world is this?" And I said, dip that biscuit in there and see. So people were bringing the biscuits over and dipping it. Because, when the first person does it, it's like, that is
so you
good.
just had a bowl up there and people just dragging biscuits
sample
through it.
like I do in Kroger anywhere else.
I don't know if that's exact. I think they got toothpicks and...
Well, you don't need a toothpick. You got a biscuit in your hand. What are you going to get gravy on a toothpick? You don't make any damn sense. You dip. Everybody was dipping. And when you dip it in there.
Everybody was dipping that horse gravy. I'm sorry I missed that horse gravy party.
When you sit there and dip, it didn't last long. I'll tell you that right now, because everybody come in there and put part of the biscuit falls off in there. Then you just get an extra biscuit, sopped up, has soaked up both white and the brown gravy.
How many people were dipping their biscuits in this horse gravy?
You know how busy it gets here in the morning for breakfast.
Yeah.
But everybody come in. I work for the phone company. Dem Sellers, he was late because he said, I'm in a rush. I gotta go. Give him, you always get your Mr. Sellers always get a sausage biscuit. And
Who was this again?
Dem Sellers.
Oh, Dem Sellers was late to his job at the phone company
because he sat there. He said, "What's that?" And I said, "Well, if you got time, y'all, dip your biscuit." And he sure did. And he kept a dipping. And he said, "I am gonna be late." Ran out. So horse gravy. Make sure you keep it in the jar till you get home, I guess. Well, I guess you could eat it in the car on the way home.
So that's horse gravy.
Yeah.
New sponsor.
And let us know if you like horse gravy and you get a bite of it and you want to do horse gravy again, come down here and get some at Jackie's Market and get on the computer and say, I think it's say what the horse says. It says there on the jar, horse gravy, good. Drinking sport in here, not out in the car, but I'm down here doing this mess. Now, let me do my sponsor. My sponsor is back. I had some of this up in the store. I did it on here, I think it was last week. I told everybody about it. People heard about it, and, of course, gave out samples. People love it, and it just flew right off the shelves. And he come back and wants another one of these. He writes this down. Now, last time he wrote one of these, give it to me, it was like a little commercial or something. But, I told him, I ain't no actor. I don't, I can just read what it says, but I can't, I don't expect. He said, that's fine. $25 only said that's all he's got to get this made. And I said, I don't mind reading it. I can read. But it seemed like it went over well last week. I'm going to do it again. This is a different one. He wrote me this one up. Not before last. Dropped it off here. I said I'd do it on here. So what there is the setting for this one is a popular family restaurant.
Which one?
Huh?
Which restaurant?
Any of them. It don't mean. All it says is a popular family restaurant.
Applebee's?
It might be. I don't know.
Is Applebee's popular enough?
I don't.
Like how popular?
It's Outback or something.
Outback's pretty popular.
It's not that. You can't say that. It's just a popular family restaurant. It ain't a bar. It ain't, some place. It ain't a buffet either. It's just a restaurant.
Outback.
Well, no, it ain't. You can't say that on here. You can't be affiliated with that. Just put in your head, whatever. Logan's, Peanut Pockets, any of those.
Ryan's Steakhouse.
Now, Ryan, that's buffet. That ain't like
Oh.
you sit. I mean, you order steak, they bring it out to you, but everything else you got to walk around the thing to get it. I
see.
like nothing to put it down. This is a family restaurant. Ryan, you could take your family there. I ain't saying that.
Right.
This is a little more
Chinese buffet, maybe.
old Charlie, something like that.
Oh, Charlie's. Have they got a buffet?
No, they ain't got no buffet. They may have something on weekends or something. But I don't know. I don't go there. I had some of the rolls. I like the rolls. That's about it. All I know about that place.
People always say that, but name me a restaurant that ain't got good rolls.
What do you mean the name of
I
restaurant?
mean, they all got good rolls.
That's true. It's hard to mess up a roll, but you know that's what sticks in your mind. Huh? Let's see if it goes on by. Yep, that's gone.
You hear that sound?
It ain't here. Let me get through this. It's a popular family restaurant. And it's a family sitting at the table. Is a daddy, a little boy, and a mama, all sitting there. And the daddy said, I guess they're waiting for a waiter or waitress. Doesn't mention that, but he says they're not eating, so I know they're not eating. But anyway, he said, Daddy says, eating here again? Mama's just lazy. And then the little boy says, little boy with family says, and those high restaurant prices, Daddy must be crazy. And then the mama says, Mama throws, here she puts her head in her hands and says, these two ain't ever happy. Won't someone save me? And then on where the kitchen is, you know, the door swing both ways, way to come, you know, the big kitchen here, some clanging and stuff in there, like pots falling or whatever. Says, and the door swing open, and then a regular sized horse comes out with the wagon, and it says, horse, he talks when he comes to their table, comes out to the kitchen, regular size, comes out, goes around, and comes down to their table, the three ones I just talked about, Daddy and Mama and little boy, and after she said, okay, these two ain't ever happy, won't someone save me? And then that's when the horse comes out, and it says, gets to their table and says, what you need, little miss, is a jar of horse gravy. So, it's got a whole, you remember horse gravy, how delicious it is.
I do.
You had some at, you finally got to act right, and I gave you.
I started making horse gravy sandwiches.
Yes, good. Yes, you get, it's white gravy, brown gravy mixed in together.
Never loses that separated swirl.
It's all, you sit there, and I saw everybody trying to stir it up, dipping their biscuits in
people
there.
getting so tired, their wrists hurting trying to stir that gravy. They could not get it to mix.
It don't go together. It's like oil and water, something like that. It's white gravy and dark brown gravy, because, you know, if it mixed, it'd be light brown gravy, you know. But
it's hard to explain how it stays separated when you ladle it out onto the, but it does.
You put it on anything. You talking about ladle it out. We dip a biscuit in it. I put some over. Somebody was pouring it in his chili. He got my chili and put gravy in the chili. Said it tastes better.
I put it on your barbecue.
I hadn't done that. People do. I don't set the barbecue up like that. That's, you know, if I did that, then, you know, they wouldn't buy it. I give them samples so they can put the samples on whatever they want. But if I want to take it home, they can go out there and buy a jar and pour it all over a sandwich after they buy it from me.
I took a box of saltines home, and I got some orange slices of cheese, and I put those in the oven, and I let them cook a little bit, and then I let them get all melty. I double layered it with the saltines, and then I put the cheese on it, and then I put the gravy on it. Real good.
If you put that gravy make anything taste good. I'm inclined to believe I put some on fish.
What kind of fish?
Just like salmon. We grilled that salmon. He brought some in.
That sounds good.
Mr. Withers brought some down here. Had grilled salmon left over from night before. It's still in tinfoil. And I threw it on the thing, warmed it up. And I didn't do it on purpose. Just somebody knocked a bowl, some got on it, and I put some more on it after I, taste it off of fish.
People bring you a lot of leftovers. You're kind of like a homeless guy standing outside the restaurant door.
They know Miss Broyles can't cook no more. And I can cook, but I make the same stuff every day. You couldn't eat barbecue every day. You want to taste for something else. So they're kind enough to bring stuff down here that I don't cook. Well, casserole or whatever else. And that's the reason I take it home. And people, they're still good people down south. People look out for one another down here.
You know Arnie Fitz, right?
Yeah.
He's from Canada. He come down here, work down at the door factory.
Yeah.
He said in Canada, this would be a great gravy for poutine.
For what?
Poutine. It's French fries.
It's
cheese curds.
Canada food.
And brown gravy. But he said, I bet you could blow Canada's mind with this. I don't know if anybody listens to us up in Canada. Some of y'all might be related to Arnie Fitz, but he's down here working at the door factory. He's fine.
Ain't nice fella. I didn't know he's from. It seems like I should have known that. I thought I knew he's up north. I thought he was Michigan, somewhere like that, but I may have him confused somebody else. But I know who he is. I didn't know he's from all the way up Canada.
He's from Canada.
If I did, I forgot.
When he goes home, he gets drunk up there. He gets poutine, which is French fries, cheese curds, and brown gravy, and lots of different variations. He said he's going to take some of this. Jackie, you need to tell your horse gravy, your mysterious gravy peddler, that he's going to take some back to Canada with him next time. And
well, yeah.
He may get some international sales.
Well, I don't know. There's something he's talking to make everything on the up and up with this, and it may have an issue with customs. I don't know about that. I'll ask him.
What's his name?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Why can't you say who the horse gravy man is?
Well, like I said, he's going through some things right now to make sure that everything's legal, everything's on the up and up.
Is horse gravy illegal somehow?
It is not illegal.
It's because there's horse in it. I told you
there ain't no damn horse in it. There ain't no horse in it. It's white gravy and brown gravy. Do you know any kind of white gravy or brown gravy that has horse in it? Horse is a character. Like in a commercial I told. The horse says... It talks. It's a commercial. It's like that frog on the cereal. Ain't no frog in the cereal, just the frog on the box.
But again, the cereal, he's not called frog cereal. Like horse gravy is called horse gravy.
It don't matter what it's
called. Whatever, Sugar Smacks.
It's called whatever it's called. It's still an animal talking about the food. And that's what this is. Might as well be.
The frog just says dig 'em.
I didn't know what the name of it was, and I guarantee you most children that go in the grocery store and they ask them what kind of cereal they want, they say frog. Point at the frog. It don't matter what the real name of it is.
What do you think when you take a kid to the grocery store, you say what kind of gravy you want? They just going to go horse?
Kid don't. Yes, if they see this, they see this one.
Kids are stupid.
They ain't stupid. They see that's how you talk to a child. You put a Muppet or animal on it. That's how they recognize those things.
Well, look, I don't want to bash the genius who came up with putting brown gravy and white gravy together.
He's not at liberty to say. There's also an issue of ownership. It's his recipe, but there's somebody claiming that,
they own the horse.
There ain't a horse.
There's no real horse at all.
They might own a horse, but I don't think, as far as I know, the cartoon character on the jar says horse gravy, good.
Yeah.
That ain't got.
That
ain't
not
based
a real
on
horse.
It's not. It's a cartoon. It ain't the frog on the shell. Ain't a real frog.
I just imagine that there was a horse watching them as they was making this gravy, like sticking its head in through the windows there in the kitchen, like doing taste tests and stuff. What do you think of this? That's what was going through my head.
He gave me.
What about the other three horses?
The other three?
The mama, daddy, and the little kid in the commercial.
They are regular people. They don't let horse in a restaurant.
They let horse gravy horse in.
That's like a commercial part. That part is silly. It says a horse starts talking. You know right then. It's just that ain't the mama and daddy and little boy are regular people, just having issues with the dinner.
That makes more sense.
Whatever.
So this isn't taking place on like a planet of horses.
No. Then it wouldn't stand out. If that was the case, and everything wouldn't be horse, it'd be just be like somebody watering up to you. It could be a homeless person just saying, hey, put this on your food. Nobody gonna listen to that. It's if a horse come in and start talking, that's what stands out about the product.
Right. Who's Don Draper now, Jackie? Damn. Madison Avenue, here you come.
I'm just explaining what it is. I don't know what no Drapers is. I'm telling you what. I got more sense than that. Now, granted, he gives me this paper here to read, but I can tell he says mama and daddy and never said that they're a horse.
I always think they're a horse. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way you do their voices.
I don't do no voices.
Does it start off and the mama says, I'm a horse?
No, you heard me say it. It doesn't.
So weird.
I ain't doing no voices. I told him I can't do voices, and he said, that's fine. Just say it however. He's easy going. He'd give $25. He's just happy getting the product out there. Right now, he knows he has a good product because everybody puts it in the mouth, loves it, and wants more of it.
I do.
But, well, yeah. But now you got to get the name out there, get people associated, and that's nothing. It ain't just for children. You know, like I know Frog, Green Giant, all the Mr. Peanut, all of them.
Mr. Pibb.
Well, no, he ain't. That's just a name. He ain't on it.
Dr. Pepper.
There ain't no picture on that. That's a name. I'm talking things with a picture. Frog is Sarah. Mr. Peanut's Peanut on there. Got a top hat on. Horse Gravy got a horse on it. Talking about thing you recognize, it does something in your mind. And you like if you like horse gravy so much, say you out driving down the road, you see a horse on the side of the road, which you do a lot of places here in Tennessee, eating some grass, whatever. If it's the same color horse as a horse on horse gravy, like a yellow beige, whatever, it's gonna make you go, the horse gravy is good. You know what I mean? It's gonna remind you of that, and you're gonna pull in the next store, and if they serving horse gravy, if they got it on the shelf, you're gonna get you some.
That is genius. So basically, every living horse is an advertisement for horse gravy.
Well, he ain't the first.
And he ain't spent a dime on it.
He spent $50 so far.
Oh, that's true. Well.
Go get you some horse gravy. They're here. I think there's in some other stores. He said he's working on getting it in the Waffle House.
Like they'd sell it or they'd serve it to you?
They'd just be on the table there to put on whatever you want, like, you know, ketchup and anything else. I mean, that's a goal right there. That's what he's shooting for. You go to Sony's, you're going to be a whole tub of it.
Dang.
On the bar.
I wish I could go do that right now.
Well.
I wish I could walk in. I wonder if I took in my own bin, filled it full of horse gravy, and, like, slipped it in amongst the Shoney's breakfast bar containers, if anybody ever noticed. Take out those mushrooms and just put in this horse gravy.
They'd notice it because everybody be saying, what is this? Because, you know, it don't mix.
That's kind of a miracle. What kind of chemicals or what's he spray it with?
He says it's mostly all natural. Mostly all natural gravy ingredients.
Well, mostly all natural.
It's what it says on the jar in the back. Mostly all natural gravy ingredients.
And that's the list of ingredients. Mostly all natural gravy ingredients.
That's what it says on the...
Semicolon, brown gravy, semicolon, white gravy.
White gravy, yeah. You already know what's in those from eating them separate. So if you put them together, it's just those two things together. But it don't mix. I don't know how it does it. But it's delicious.
So that's horse gravy.
Yeah.
Back again. You did a real good job on that commercial, Jackie, and I just want to tell you, I really enjoy these horse gravy spots. Is he thinking about maybe getting somebody to shoot one, maybe getting Clay Sunday to make him a...
I don't know. He hadn't mentioned it. I don't know.
Oh, man, what if Mr. Leakey and the horse gravy horse teamed up?
Well, I don't know if he even knows who any of them... I mean, I'm sure he knows who Mr. Leakey is. That
Everybody knows who Mr. Leakey is.
Well, he's been in town for a week or two. Sure he does. But I don't know if he's driving up and down, you know, East Coast, from what I understand.
Well, I can't wait. I hope he comes back next week and gives you another commercial to read because I can't wait to see what happens to this family of horses next.
It's not the family ain't the horse is a horse.
Horse is their last name.
No, it isn't. It ain't. They don't know the names. It's just a mama, daddy, and little boy. Nobody. It just in it. You don't know the names like any other commercial. Come on, they don't say. Some of them do say this is so and so, and his stomach hurts or whatever. I need some, But most
and then
of
you go, what was his name again? And you write should I be writing this down? Shit, TV.
No, it's a
I don't
commercial.
wanna-
It's just a commercial. Most of them don't give no names to nothing. Like an insurance woman, I don't know her name.
I think it's Flo.
Huh? Well, I didn't know it was. I had no idea.
Have you never gone to a Facebook sign-in page?
I don't know. No. Look, I go through the sponsor, get it out of the way. Got a great sponsor. Had this sponsor before. Glad to have him back. Proud to have him back. Like I
Rooster
said,
curtains?
no, it ain't rooster curtains. Just let me do the sponsor. Why you got to...
Bug spray?
Bug spray ain't mine. That's your sponsor.
right,
I don't
right.
want why. I don't want your sponsors. I got my own. I don't need yours.
I'd love to hear about it.
What?
What's your sponsor?
Well, if you shut the hell up, I'd tag you.
We're going to barrel through it.
Got a good sponsor. Come back. Always glad to have them. Great product. Flying off of sales here in Jackie's Market. It's some other places here in town. I don't know all the names of them, and competition. So you come here and get it from me. But if you can't get over here for whatever reason, if you go to your local markets in your area, probably will find some of this. But I just prefer you take the trip, come over here, get it. And delicious horse gravy goes good with pretty much everything.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't tried anything yet that ain't nothing I dipped in horse gravy yet that I don't taste better with it on it.
Yeah, I can't imagine there is.
So, yeah, horse gravy, come down here and get it. It's delicious. You're going to love it. It's white gravy, brown gravy. It don't mix together. All in there, like a horse says on a picture. Horse gravy, good.
Wait.
Yeah.
Where's the commercial?
Well, oh, he didn't have. He just said, I said you as a new one. You know why he always, but he said, I ain't got time for it this week. I got to go. He was in a hurry. He dropped off a box. I don't know if something's going on. He's on his phone the whole time. So I just nodded and said, yeah, either he's, forgot about it or had something, emergency happen or something. But he didn't give me no.
He didn't give you a commercial
He
to
didn't give me no
to
words
read?
to do.
Last 2 times you did horse gravy as a sponsor, you read, and I'm not making fun. You did a great job.
Well, I told him I wasn't no actor, performer, anything like that. I said I'd read the words, and that's what I did, yeah.
But I think people have come to expect a commercial, Jackie. That
Yeah.
I don't think you can get away with just saying, come eat some horse gravy. It's good. I think you got to do a commercial.
I did a commercial. I just said
No, but you got to read some copy with the family. What happened to the
He
family? Is the
didn't
wife still need somebody to save
He
her?
didn't give me one this week.
Little Miss.
He may have an old one.
No, not an old one. We want to know what's the next installment
That
in the
ain't
series.
one. Don't get mad at me. Talk to him. Man. He didn't.
Jackie,
whatever.
when
Something was too important for him to write one and give it to me. He may have it in the pocket, forgot to give it to me. Looked like something he said. I don't
that's
know who his
frustrating. That would be
relative
like-
or something.
If he had it in his pocket and forgot to give it to you, that'd be like George R.R. Martin dies and forgets to tell people where the damn rest of the book is.
Martin.
You can't leave people hanging like that, Jackie. We, the public, the fans of Horse Gravy radio podcast spots,
Why?
have some ownership in this now. You can't just say, I'm not going to do it. I'm too busy.
It ain't that I don't want to. It's just I can't. He didn't get it. It ain't my fault. I don't have any. I don't owe anybody nothing. I'm sorry if you enjoy it. I'm upset too. I don't mind reading it at all. It don't bother me at all. Read like if you want me to read it, I'll get to there's 2 old ones
Just
somewhere.
make
I
up a
can
new one. Just you've done this
make
twice.
up a new one.
Just come on. You know what happens. You know that there's a format.
Format.
Just
What?
follow the format, the tropes.
I'll make something up if you leave me hell alone. Like I said, we got 3 damn hours of this we got to do.
We're gonna barrel through it.
But we ain't bearing it through it if you force me to tell you a story. That ain't bearing through it. I
Jackie,
don't know the story.
Our Snapchat is lighting up with outraged fans already, demanding to know.
I don't. If you outraged, I don't know what it is. You own or why you outraged, chat, any of it. I ain't got nothing to do with none of it.
So the family is, let's say, in outer space.
Outer space?
Go.
What do you mean outer space?
Maybe they're in outer space. Go.
I don't. They on the moon. I know that's silly already. Well, it's silly because a horse talking anyway.
Right.
But they're all right. Daddy horse, mama horse, and baby horse on the moon. Daddy say you hungry?
Wait a minute. I thought you told me last time they were people, not horses.
It knows that you said make something up. But you said make something up, and now I knew it. Once I said something, you going to start in on it. We got 3 hours of this to do. You want me to make something?
You don't have to get so upset. I was just saying.
Well, I know
last time I always think, oh, that family is a family of horses, and then you
no,
always have to tell me.
And those they ain't. Those are something else. You told me to make something up, and you're already saying, wow.
Okay. So, this family of moon horses.
Horses on the moon, hungry. Mama says, here, eat this. Another horse comes in, brings gravy. That's it.
How do they eat through their space helmets?
I don't know. Like that astronauts do, tang, gravy, space horse gravy.
Do they have powdered ice cream like when we go
don't.
to the space and
they
rocket
have.
center?
Yes, they got anything I want. Yeah.
That sounds. I want to live on the moon with these horses.
I know it. All right, just do your sponsors. Ask all these questions. Good.
But he didn't say what you need, little miss, is a jar of horse gravy.
All right, he says it then.
And she didn't say they usually rhyme. Like the daddy horse would have to go, this moon
I
cooking.
know what they always did. I said I would read one of those if you wanted me to. And now you said make something up, and I make it up. It ain't like the one you could have read that I told you not to. What the hell do you want?
I didn't know it.
Driving me crazy. Just
Wow.
up a wall with this. That horse is on the moon eating gravy. That's it. Now, dude, all people's old Facebooks and chats. Wait, there's all the questions we got to answer. Going to be here for all damn night now.
We're going to barrel through it. So that's horse gravy on the moon.
And this is a good sponsor coming back again. And now let me tell you this right off right now so you wouldn't irritate the hell out of me, even though you're already starting to. Taking what I'm saying, being nice to people. You ain't never been nice to nobody in your life. But anyway, either way, because I knew I got a good sponsor. Happy to have him back, flying off the shelves. Horse gravy is delicious. Everybody loves horse gravy. Now,
I do love horse gravy.
It's delicious. It's white gravy, brown gravy, and the same thing. Doesn't mix together. It don't matter what you dip it. You just dip bunny bread in it.
It comes out. It doesn't come out tan, mixed together, brown and white. It comes out brown and white with the stripes still on it. I don't know how they do it.
I don't know. It's like oil water. Won't mix. I don't know how it is. But it's both delicious, so it don't matter whether it mix. Tastes better separate, I think. That's why it's good. It's together but separate. But it's delicious. But now last time I told you he used to write these little things or whatever, little I call them plays. I don't know, radio plays. Like I had in the old days, or commercial, like commercial, obviously can't see. And he gave it to me, and I told him, say, ain't no actor. He said, "Don't. That's fine. Go ahead and read it." And I read it, did that a couple times. Now, last time, he for whatever reasons, he's in a hurry. Don't need to get in all that. He just didn't have time to write one up. Now, I offered to read the old one again. You didn't want me to do that. You made me make something up, so you trying to irritate me. So I cut you off at the pass this time. He didn't give me nothing this time. But
why didn't he give you nothing this time? What was going on?
He got to unload this stuff and get to the next store.
But does he not realize how important the ad copy, the little radio script he gives you for these commercials is in selling horse gravy?
Ain't important to nobody but you. You just like to irritate me.
It's very important. Jackie Days, you cannot have.
Well, I got it. So shut the hell up now. I don't want to hear it. Because I knew you going to start something. He didn't give me nothing, and you going to make it up or whatever, and I just wrote it myself.
So he didn't write one out on the trunk of his car like he usually does.
He got a job in the evening. He's got to get that truck all over Murfreesboro, back up to Smyrna, and up into Nashville, then turn around, come all the way back to Murfreesboro, and get to work on time. That's why he's wearing a suit and everything else, briefcase in the car.
Wait. So his job, he's got a separate job?
Horse gravy was a dream of his. He's
right.
Not a professional. He's working on making it, what is it, government approved, whatever. I don't know why government has to.
So he just runs it out of his garage or something, right?
A recipe he passed down, something like that. I don't know. It's like a beans where the dog going to tell the recipe all the time, except, it ain't
Except
that.
It's a talking horse instead of a talking dog. You think he ripped that dog off when he come up with this?
Horse and dog, too, completely different animals.
Well, I know that.
He ripped every commercial off then if he'd ripped that one off, because there ain't a commercial hardly ever comes on TV anymore without a pig talking, dog talking, a fish, anything. It ain't the dog talking on the beans wasn't the first damn time an animal talked in a commercial, that's for sure.
It was a breakthrough moment, though.
What do you mean a breakthrough moment?
Yeah, just the way they did it, and it was about beans. It just all worked together to kind of congeal.
Whatever, it's a commercial is the point. It don't matter. Don't saying he's ripping off whatever. He ain't ripping off nothing. He come up with his own idea, and he wrote it up. He just busy now. He got to get in the back. He got to load all that in, get all the way up to all the other stores up in Nashville, turn back around up the edge of Nashville, turn back around, and get back here and get to work.
You know what his day job is?
It's his night job. I told you, did not hear. He's running during the day.
Oh, he's running during the day.
He works in the evening.
Wait, what
ain't a day
night job do you have where you got to wear a suit? Does he work at a hotel? Is he
I
at the
don't know.
desk?
Something on the phone. I don't know.
He got a briefcase and a suit, and he works at night.
He's something phone technique. I don't know. Will sell things on the phone or runs.
Why do you need a briefcase to do that?
He runs he's in charge of in the room, looking at everybody else around the room, calling people. Whatever that job is.
Even then, if you've got a telephone sales job,
I ain't here to talk about his damn job. Who gives a damn what he wears?
I don't know why you would need a briefcase unless that's where you're keeping, like, the court dates of the other people that work there with you. Like, if he's a supervisor, he's probably got a giant calendar in there. He's like, well, Earl's going to be off on this day, and then this one can't go out. He's got the thing on his ankle that only lets him, he can come to work and he can go home. But
I don't know either then. Yeah, that's something there. Yeah, I don't know either. Why don't you sit there and think on that for a while and keep your mouth shut?
I
will. Do the sponsor and get it over with. Just let me just do it. I wrote this in myself because he wasn't available, and I know you're going to run your mouth, so I just sat down. I've written a poem or two in my time. I don't know why I can't do some whatever this is.
Well, it does have a horse in it.
Yeah, it's got a horse in it, yeah.
Most of your poems are about horses. Or
some of them are,
horses.
some of them aren't. Goats, animals, I like animals. You got a problem with that?
I know you like animals.
Well, why don't you keep your mouth shut?
I know you want me to
keep your damn mouth shut and let me do the thing. And then you can run it as long as you want. Just shut your mouth.
That is a deal.
I had enough of this. All right. This is, let me just read it here. I wrote it up. Let's go.
And let me just set the stage.
No, it ain't no setting the stage. I'm going to read the piece of paper.
You
Here's
wrote
the
this
stage.
Yourself. Usually he comes in, he
writes it himself.
Last time he didn't
wasn't
write
able
it,
to. He was in a hurry. He had to get to work. He had the same thing this weekend. So I said, you got something right up? And he said, no. You say whatever. Just, I appreciate your help. He gave me $25 and appreciate the good work. I got to get to work. That's the end of it. That's it. He got to go. He just didn't have time. Now, I did suggest to him last time, which I guess went through one ear after the other, that, why don't you do it sometime during the week so you ought to have it done, and you don't have to at the last second, ain't got time to do it. But,
What'd he say to that?
He didn't say, he said, whatever, and got in the car and left.
Well, how long did this take you to write up?
It's going to, not near as long as it's going to take me to evidently read the damn thing.
All right, well, you better get on with the show.
Oh, God. Good Lord, I'm going. All right, here I go. Horse gravy. The son and the mama sit down with Dad. It was supper time, but no one was glad. They was real people, not horses, real. Just everyday humans sitting down for a meal. But the mama can't cook. She flunked home ec, and the boy and the daddy wouldn't eat a speck. Mama looked up to the heavens and said, won't somebody save me? And what you need, little miss, is a jar of horse gravy. Said the horse coming in that was regular size, tall, not like a chuck wagon that runs down the hall. So that's horse gravy. It's all over here. I think they're in the store selling it that ain't selling it here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and also in Smyrna and up at East Nashville, I think is what you call it.
That was interesting, the way you did that. Innovative. Usually the stage directions don't rhyme. It's just what the people say rhyme. But you made the stage directions rhyme, what the people say rhyme, and then you also made rhyme some of the confusion, clearing up the confusion we've had about whether the family is horses.
It ain't we that has
whether
confusion.
they're people.
It's you. You are confused. You perpetuate confused is what you are. All the time, everywhere you go. Had enough of it.
But I like that this time I walk away knowing 100% that's a family of people, not horses. The only horse is the one that comes in. Where'd he come in from this time? It didn't say. Usually he comes in from the kitchen or comes up to the window.
I know you're just saying this to wind me up, but he could have made that more clear on his things. It seems like I had to take the initiative to explain that the horse was although he did stress it, it was not written, as well as it could have been. As far as I'm concerned, letting you know that the characters are real people, they're not horses. The horse comes in, and also the horse is a regular sized horse. He ain't
that was another thing I loved about it because
it's not a cartoon either. It's not a cartoon. Because, first thing you probably think when you hear it, if nobody says what it looked like, if it's a horse coming in talking, obviously,
it's cartoon.
Food,
I was
cartoon.
thinking it was like Yogi Bear looking, like, where how a lot of those Hanna-Barbera.
It could be, I guess. I never saw it such as, Mr. Ed, and what they do with computers now, they made every animal talk on the farm, and that babe. So I figured probably like it, but who knows how youngins think anymore? I don't know.
So that's...
I don't know if that's the audience he's going for either.
Is young people? No.
Well, hey, anybody that likes to eat, young people eat. I seen children just as big as any adult. You see fat little children doing a lot of eating. They must love it. I say that. Ain't going to hurt them to have no gravy either.
What's the fattest kid you ever saw?
What do you mean the fattest kid I ever saw?
Like not in a circus, but like at Walmart.
I didn't see none of the circus. What do you mean at Walmart? There's big people around here. I'll be the first to admit it. Big people everywhere, probably, but around here, probably big people. Now, I had relatives big. You say something went to mine. I ain't going to name no names, but I remember he fell back in the door. I ain't thought about this in years. He a relative. I ain't going to say how, which side, anything like that. And it was one of them Thanksgivings, whatever. And the screen door was closed, and he fell back in it. Hard to stand up. Big people, wobble over. It's hard to carry all that around. It's difficult. And he went back and his whole rear end filled up that bottom screen, and he couldn't get the door off of his rear end. It fell back into the door. He couldn't get up either because couldn't pick up a weight of himself, and that door stuck on the rear end. That just one best Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it was. I never forget laughing at that.
Jackie, that was me.
Oh,
Well,
that's right. It
I
was
was 9
you.
years old. Mama was shacked up with the district supervisor from
I
Penny's.
thought that
I came over
I
to your
knew
house
it was
for
one of the
Thanksgiving.
youngest niece, nephew of you, one of them.
You laughed so hard you sprayed cranberry sauce all over the table.
Yeah, I never forget that. You was the funniest. You then, yes. To answer your question, you was the fattest little boy I ever have seen in my life. That's when you started. I mean, you never got skinny, but you ain't that big. After that, you lost about a good, I'd say, 30, 40 pounds for a young'un, but you was still, you was still big, but not big like that, which is good. So if me laughing at you probably save your life a little bit.
Well, that was when Mama was shacked up with the district supervisor from Penny's, and she was gone, and Daddy was on the road. I can't remember if he was drunk or at church.
Hey, one of the
And
other.
that was when I first came to Granny's, and she was working all the time, dating around. And so I was just eating all she had. She'd won that contest where she got all that butter.
Yeah.
So I was just eating butter.
Well, I remember she give me something selling in the store. She'd come down here. She had butter all in the back of the trunk of the car or something. Yeah. She said, if you got hungry, you help yourself to it. And I said, sure.
Yeah, I remember.
I'd give you a barbecue sandwich if you want one. It's not like I didn't, but you wanted that butter.
I
That's what you
wanted
want.
that
Yeah,
butter.
you
It
want-
wasn't a hardship.
I said, don't you want to eat something hot, warm, like that?
No.
He'd get back in the cooler. It's before beer, before he's old enough to drink a beer, which wasn't too long after that.
It's just butter I
If
wanted.
butter, he'd get in that cooler, just get a fistful of it.
All I wanted was the butter. And it was great because it wasn't she won the contest and then that was all I had to eat. I came into this situation craving butter, trying to get it whenever I could. And then Granny won that butter contest, and then suddenly there was just butter everywhere. It was probably a dream come true situation until I got so fat.
We weren't in shortage of butter around, I know your family, and I'm sure other people who know your family, but we all had butter for a good year and a half, couple of years, I'd say. Never was hurt for butter, no.
I wish I could say I can't even look at butter now, but I still want it. I want it. I wish I had some on my tongue right now.
You can put a little butter on whatever it is you're eating.
Like a pat of it.
But yeah, pancakes, biscuit, whatever, butter's good on everything. You just eat it like a candy bar. You'd have a whole stick. You either spoon, get out of the tub, or just get a whole bar.
Yeah,
butter,
we had
just
it in
butter,
sticks,
stick of butter.
tubs.
Yeah, eat it like a candy bar.
Yeah. So that's horse gravy. That reminds me, Jackie, I got a good sponsor this week.
I'm sure, yeah.
How often does a generation get to lay claim to a breakthrough food item? How about the hamburger back in the, let's say 40s?
Watch your language. Don't have to say, because a long time ago somebody come up with a hamburger don't mean you need to curse over it. Just watch your mouth.
How about the pizza in the 60s? Or the McDLT in the 80s?
Yeah, that's good.
Now this generation has its own hamburger. And the miracle new food breakthrough around here at the Red State Update podcast we like to call horse gravy. Yes, folks, horse gravy is back. And I've got a great new radio spot
Wait a minute.
that the horse gravy guy give me to read on
He
here.
didn't give you no such thing. I say the horse gravy guy. You don't. It's my sponsor. Horse gravy is my sponsor.
No.
I brought horse gravy here
Right.
almost a month ago now. It's been about. It's selling off the shelves.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie's, my store, Jackie's Market, and other places in town. I remember, and the reason I know all this is because it is my sponsor, not yours.
Everybody loves horse gravy. You're right about that.
It's delicious. It's white gravy and brown gravy together, but not mixed. Don't mix together.
Nope.
Make it light brown. It stays separated.
Beautiful swirling ribbons of white and brown.
Oh, you sit there and dip a biscuit, twist it around in there all day long. You ain't gonna mix them two.
Yep, you're 100% correct about that.
I get when
Jackie.
it goes in your belly, I bet it don't mix in there either.
It may not. I haven't checked. But horse gravy is back. They are. I got a
What do
great
you mean they're
spot
back?
here.
They're not back. It's my sponsor. What are you talking about? They're back. Ain't
Jackie,
gone
no, your
anywhere.
sponsor, Jackie, is Buckets or Minnows.
Buckets of minnows. That's my sponsor this week. But no, my sponsor, that's my old sponsor, and he'll be back. I asked him. He said he didn't have time.
Well, remember,
he said, don't worry about doing one, and he didn't give me $25. I said, if you short on cash, don't worry about it. Get to me later. He said, no.
Well,
you
that's
go ahead
awkward.
What do you mean it's awkward?
Well, remember when me and Inky were in here late after you went on, and you told me to lock up because you'd had a few. That's the only time you do that. And me and Inky was in here drawing pictures of you with a fish hook in your eyebrow. Do you remember that?
I didn't see the picture. You've been talking about it the whole time. I didn't see it.
Well, me and Inky was in here drawing pictures of you with a fish hook in your eyebrow. And Horse Gravy Man come by. He was running late. You'd already gone. And
you talk about Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday. That's when me and Inky.
That's the only time I left you in the store. Thursday, I was gonna get restocked.
Yeah.
Come Friday, he's coming on my bear side, and you wouldn't be able to do that much damage. I normally wouldn't leave you the keys here, but I left you the keys here. But he had already come by there once on Thursday. He come by. That's what I'm talking about. Horse Raven Man come by, put some jars up on the shelf, and I said that that's about the time he comes over, give him $25. He didn't do it. And I said, don't worry about, having to write anything up.
Yeah.
Because he has this, he was.
I saw
he's
the
in a
whole
rush.
display. It was pathetic the way you were.
What do you mean? I just
begging
was
him
trying
to.
to do him a favor. It's a good product. I like helping get it out there. I wasn't begging him. I was just
Can't
saying.
believe you didn't get the message. You didn't read the signals that were coming
What
through.
did they ain't no signals? Look, he didn't. I said, if you short on money, you pay me later. Don't worry about it. I'm happy to get on there. He said, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. And I said, well, if you didn't take time to write something up, don't worry, because I done figured out how to do that. I've been writing them on my own.
Yeah, if
and
you listen to the last couple of episodes, Jackie started making his own
because of you run your mouth.
Copy up. And,
He said it was fine. That's what I never would have done it until he told me the first time. He said, you just go on and say whatever. And I said, that's fine. And that's what I did.
Well,
But then you run your mouth about how I did it. But either way, I saw him early Thursday. He said, get back with me later.
He come by on his way. You'd already gone. I think he was on his dinner break from his job managing the felons who do the telemarketing. He was in his suit and he had his briefcase, and in the briefcase was the calendar of all his workers' court dates.
Yeah.
So he come by after you were gone, and he told me that you had you weren't doing that great a job doing his commercials.
What? He did not.
He didn't want you to know. It was awkward.
Wow.
It's embarrassing. I hate to tell you now, but you're unrelenting in this. And he said you weren't doing that good a job when he gave you specifically what to read. And then when you started making them up yourself, it just got worse.
What do you mean it got worse?
So you're hurting Horse Gravy sales.
How am I hurting it? It's flying off the shelves in here. What do you mean hurting it?
Well, he said that in stores where people don't have their own podcast and read copy for Horse Gravy, he's doing double the business.
What?
I'm sorry, Jackie. It's not like he just picked me to read his commercials. I had to audition.
Audition?
Yeah, he gave me some copy. Me and Inky give us some copy, and it was down between me and Inky. And at the end, he said that since I had my own podcast, he thought he'd go with me.
What? So he knows you had a podcast because he was
Podcast.
He knows you was on here with me.
Well,
You making this up?
he thought Inky. Listening to Inky talk. But Inky likes to be. He says, "Hey, I'm not Mel Blanc.
What?
I'm the people that draw the pictures that Mel Blanc does voices for.
Pictures? What are you?
These unnamed, forgotten artists. That's who Inky is."
This ain't got nothing to do with Inky. I talk about Horse Gravy Man. He didn't
leave
tell
Inky
me.
out of this too, but he was there. He drew a picture of
Well,
my
I'll
audition.
talk to Inky first before I believe any of this. How's that sound? Yeah.
It's a kitchen. I'm supposed to set the scene here. There's a kitchen,
I know what the scene is. I said it over and over. What?
a dining room outside the kitchen.
There's a man and a woman. Little
All
boy.
right, okay. Are you gonna do this the whole time?
He didn't tell you this, did he?
There's a man who's the daddy.
Is this really your sponsor?
He has salt and pepper hair. Sideburns need trimming. He probably just got home from work and he got some 5 o'clock shadow going on. Tie, collar loosened, tie slightly undone. The son, about to hit puberty, you know that age, kind of a smart aleck. Wearing short pants and a beanie propeller cap, a striped shirt. It looks sort of like, somebody from the Dennis the Menace comic strip. Hey, that's a good one, the mom and Dennis the Menace. And the mom running around, getting dinner on the table, bringing out a big plate of some sort of meat hunks. These beans with steam coming from it. We don't know what all it is. There's some sort of bread, maybe cornbread or focaccia.
Gotcha. What?
And the father says, Another humdrum dinner, honey. This is the pits. And the son says, Mom, your greasy cooking ain't helping my zits. Because he's at that age. And the mother says, there's not a thing in this world I could do to please these two.
That's her, yeah.
And she starts to cry.
Yeah.
And she looks up to the heavens, cranes her neck way back,
Yeah.
arches her back a little bit, and says, Won't somebody save me?
Won't somebody save me? Yeah, that's what she...
And lo, from the kitchen, they come such a clatter.
The horse. I know what the horse looks like.
Just knocking shit off cabinets,
Yeah.
out of the cupboard.
Yeah, it's him.
And they have one of them half doors like on a sitcom. He sticks his head out. I don't think you were ever clear about that, like how he was doing that. But they have like one of those half doors. You know, you can open the top and you can open the bottom.
I didn't know I was supposed to say that because nobody told me that's what kind of door it was. I just was told it was the three people. I'm sorry he don't like it. I can see what you're reading there. That's his handwriting. If he wants you to do it, that's fine. He never said nothing about no door being this way or that way. I read what he told me to. He said it was fine, and I did it. But if he wants it done this way, then it's his money. You go ahead and do it. You go on and do it.
Well, and then a horse. But Jesus, I didn't know you were going to be this upset about it.
Well,
do you want to read the rest of it?
No, he don't want me to read it. No, I ain't good enough to read Horse Gravy. No, just you go on do it. That's who he wants to do it. You do it.
Well, Jackie, it's the part where the horse says his big
I know
line.
what it says. I know what.
And I'm just not going to feel good about it. I mean, this is as an actor, this is the part you dream of, getting to say what the horse says to the mother in a horse gravy radio podcast spot. Now I don't even get this small victory because you robbed me of it.
I didn't rob you nothing. You robbed it of me. I was the one that read the horse gravy. I was the one that was the horse that come in or said what the horse said when he come in. I said what all of them said. He asked me to do it. I told him right out the gate, I ain't no actor. I don't do nothing like that.
You did
and
tell him that.
He said, I read a couple, and he said, that's fine. That's what he told me. And if he can't come to my face and tell me to my face he don't like how I do his horse or his woman or little boy or man, he didn't do that. He had to be shifty about it. And I still like that product. I ain't going to be childish about this like he is. Horse gravy, the best thing I ever put in my mouth. I ain't going to go against that. A good product's a good product. Even if it's a shifty-eyed sneaker that makes it.
Jackie, can I say something here?
You say whatever you want to. It's your sponsor. You do your sponsor. Do it however you want to.
Bravo.
Huh?
I think this is exactly what Horse Gravy Man has been looking for.
Wow.
A little emotion. You can't sell horse gravy sitting up here reading off a piece of paper like some sort of feelingless robot.
Well, that's what they told me to do.
This is what he was wanting, Jackie. And when he come in the store, he says, look, I can get this, what I need from Jackie Broles. It's going to be kind of sneaky. It's going to be like when they pulled What's-Her-Face on the wires in The Exorcist and she hurt her back for life.
Exorcist? What?
And I said, oh, so we're going, we're getting down and dirty on this. He said, look, I need what I need, and I got to do what I got to do to get it.
What are you talking about? I don't...
So he said if you could dig down deep inside of yourself, Gross, and pull out, Grosser, what he needs for this commercial, for this radio podcast
Well, he never
spot.
told me what I
Well,
needed.
if he said, okay, Jackie, I need you to feel this a little bit more, you'd be like, that's bullshit. That's some Hollywood.
I don't know what feeling bad and feeling hurt has got to do with enjoying gravy.
Okay, stay where you're at emotionally. I'm going to hand you this spot. Just
No, don't hand it to me.
Just
You
feel
look-
what
no,
you're feeling.
No, he didn't.
This
he
is
didn't
what
give
we
me.
want, Jackie. You're doing it. You could. We're at the horse line. Just say it. Feeling what you're feeling now, man. Stay with me.
I'm the one that always said it is
I
a
know
thing, and then
Feel your feelings, but say these words as a horse looking at a family of horses.
well, I'm gonna say it this one time, and that's the last time I'm ever gonna say it. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that spineless little sneaky horse gravy man, whose name I ain't gonna say on here, because I'm gonna be
Do
big
you know
about
it?
this.
I didn't think you knew it. Do we know what his name is?
I know what his name is, but I ain't gonna tell nobody. I wasn't supposed to anyway.
Yeah.
Don't matter to me what his name is now. I don't care. But this is it. Hope you enjoy it, because it's the last time I'm ever singing these words. What you need, little miss? It's a hot jar of horse gravy. That's it. Never seen it again.
That was Brando-esque.